You're spending thousands a month on ads, and meanwhile, the guy with a 2015 website and a flip phone is stealing all of your customers. Why? He owns the map section. 80% of local search ends on Google Maps, not your website, not page one, the map. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how you can dominate the map section for free. No tools, no subscriptions, just a system that actually works. Let's get into it. So let's start from the position of a customer. So if I'm a customer, I'm going to come to Google, and let's say you're a roofing company, doesn't matter if you're window cleaning, roofing, HVAC, so on and so forth. I'm going to just look up roofer near me. Okay. Now, the first thing that pops up in this very top section is the ads section. Okay, so you as a company, you can go into Google Ads, you can apply for local business ads, and you can show up right here, which is a great place to be if you're trying to get leads quickly. Okay, however, the truth is most traffic skips this section and actually comes right down here to the map section. So what we want to know as a company are what are the things that makes companies show up in this top 1, 2, 3, 4 area in the Google Maps listing section. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to Gemini. And the reason why I'm using Gemini over ChatGPT or Grok and all of those would probably actually give me the same answer. If there's any AI out there, LLM, that is probably going to know the reasons that companies show up in that section, it's probably going to be the one that actually is attached to Google, which is Gemini. So I asked Gemini, please give me the top 5 reasons that helps companies rank in the top section of Google My Business map section. And what it gave us is proximity, relevance, and prominence. So let's go through these. These top 5. So number 1, and we can think of these as kind of like a hierarchy, right? You need all of these to work together, but this would be like a hierarchy of the most important things. Prominence and quality of reviews. Okay, so quantity and quality, high volume of positive reviews, great. 2, a steady stream of new reviews, so not necessarily a large batch that happened a year ago. 3, keywords that when customers naturally mention the service and the location in the review, it boosts your relevance for the other terms. So what this looks like to Google is Google says, okay, this company says this is what they do. Now customers are verifying that, hey, this is what these customers are actually doing. They actually do this service in this area. Okay. And then the next one would be responding to all the reviews, both positive and negative, coming from you guys. So when you get a positive or a negative review, making sure that you're responding to it quickly. So that's number 1. So we're going to spend a lot of time talking about these, but let's not forsake number 2, which is the proximity. Okay. So this is important because if which I'm in South Phoenix, if I'm looking up a roofing company, I don't want a roofing company that's going to show up in, St. Louis, Missouri, in my search results, because obviously nobody in St. Louis, Missouri, roofing company is going to come service me over here in Phoenix. Okay, so proximity is really, really important as well. And the next one would be relevance. So fully optimized Google Business Profile. We could spend a lot of time talking about this, but really what this means at the end of the day is filling out your Google My Business Profile in its entirety when you actually fill it out and get it started. The next would be just content on Google My Business, so posting lots of pictures. And then the next would be web authority. This we could take a lot of time to talk about, but essentially what this means is if on your Google My Business, your name, address, and phone number are different than what's on your website or different than maybe another listing online, in the Bing listings, or there's tons of different listings out there. I think there's last time I checked, there's like over 250, and I'm sure there's way more than that now. Making sure your information is the same across the board. Okay. So this would be a totally different video. The where I want to spend most of our time is what Google says is the most important, which is online reviews and distance. Okay. So let's go back to the roofers near me. And let's actually let's take the information we now learned and start looking at this. Okay. So the number 1 that showed up was Maverick Roofing. Okay. This makes a lot of sense. Number 1, they have 5-star reviews only. They have 34 reviews, so they have a good amount, and they're literally down the street from me. Okay. That's a big deal. The number two, which is not too far away, they have a lot of reviews, 154, 4.9. So of course they're going to show up. This one has even more. Let's see here. Where did it go? 164 reviews. Discount. It's up here off the page. And the last one, 4.6 reviews, 58 stars, American waterproofing. I'm not going to take the time. I actually looked at this. This is actually a little bit further up north. Okay. So we can look at our search already and we can look at like, okay, this is 164 reviews, but it's a little bit further than that guy right down the street. And also great reviews. This one right here, high quality reviews, super close to me. Okay. That's why they're showing up. So let's do this. Let's go in and I want to prove this to you. So let's look up more businesses. Okay. So the sponsored ones, like I said, you can show up in the sponsored section. And this bumps us out a little bit. 154 reviews down the street from me, 164, a little bit further north. White Leaf Roofing, 85 reviews, all 5 stars, 4.9, pretty close. 92, 157, 55, 33. Let's see here. 122. Really close to me. This one's really interesting. Still, yeah, okay, still to the north a little bit. 572 reviews. Okay, now where's this one at? This is interesting. It has 4.9 stars and it has 572 reviews. So you look at that and you're like, well, why are they not showing up? Well, might be for various reasons. Might be because they don't have the other things that we're talking about, right? So it's not like if you only, like we mentioned already, it's not like if you only have these top 2 things, you're going to show up. You also need the other things below. But if you're not doing the most important 2 things, right, then you might not be showing up in the section that you're looking for, or in the area that you want to be, obviously. All right. So now we know. All right. So high amount of stars makes a lot of sense. Let's go back to this. We need anything from 4 to 5 stars. You need a steady stream. That means you need to be asking all the time for reviews every time you get a customer. And then we need to be asking our customers to maybe even put some of this like, hey, when you leave a review, can you mention this for me, which would be very extremely helpful, and then responding to all your reviews. So what I want to do for you is I want to show you how we actually solve this for our customers. So I'm going to do this for you. All right. We built this for every single one of our customers, and it's a link that they can send their customers every time they finish a job. And we can attach it to the invoice. It can be a text message that when you select, job completed, it gets texted to your customers. All right. So this is what it is. It's a survey that we asked them. And what we did here is we created this survey so that anytime anybody selects 4 stars and below, it immediately sends them to this page saying, thank you so much for your feedback. And when they submit it, it gets emailed over to you. Okay. However, if they click 5 stars, it then takes them to your Google My Business profile where they can then leave a review. Okay. And what's great about this too is this is brand new. Is that you can also select, what they can select the services that you did for them as well, which helps out with that other part of the reviews of saying, you're a plumber or a roofer in this area or whatever it may be. Okay. So by doing this, we're able to solve really these problems right here. And this one I didn't even tell you about, but what we're able to do is anytime you get someone responding to a review, our AI actually responds to those reviews with a various different responses so that they're getting responded to quickly and all the time. So with what we built here, we created it to where you're only getting high stars every review. You're going to get a steady stream of them because we instruct you and we attach it and we create up the automations at any time, your tech in the field, selects a job complete or however they're able to complete it. An automated text gets sent or email gets sent to those customers asking them to leave a review. And then, of course, thankfully, Google actually started fixing this to where they can then also start, like we see here, and we already chatted about the services. And this just when you fill out your profile completely, it allows you to add these in. So that's what we're able to do for every one of our customers. If this is something that interests you and this is an automation that you'd like to have set up, feel free to contact us below. We have contact information, I'm sure, down below where you can reach out to us. And we'd be more than happy to get this set up for you at a really, really reasonable price, especially what you're able to build based off of it. So have a good day, and we will talk to you soon. See you in the next video.